Welcome back. Time for this week's Capitol Report with Pat McGuigan of CapitolBeatOK.com. Pat, the filing deadline for legislation was this past week, and among the wave of proposed legislation at the Capitol, Senator David Holt of Oklahoma City has a package of election reforms he's proposed. Tell us about that and other stuff he's working on.
Yeah, it was a pretty big package. Would create the ability to have mail-in ballots. It would consolidate balloting dates around a single date or two in the spring and a single date or two in the case of
so you wouldn't have elections every month or
right,
something. Yeah.
Right, so around the fall, and do that so that there would not be, all through the winter, for example, local elections. Online voting creates that possibility, so people can pick and choose if they want to say, well, mail in, yeah, but not online, or they'll be able to argue about that. Permanent absentee voting, which means you could say, I'm going to vote absentee from now on. Might be good for folks in retirement homes or people that retain Oklahoma residency but live somewhere else for work reasons. Expanded early voting, Wednesdays and Saturdays consistently instead of just consistently Thursdays and Fridays. Big elections, we sometimes have part of Saturday. So it's a big deal. The other thing to mention about Senator Holt is he joins a line of Oklahomans going back to Frank Keating and J.C. Watts, taking on a leadership role at GOPAC. He's going to serve on the Legislative Advisory Board. GOPAC is a Republican group that grooms young elected Republicans for higher level offices, and they have quite a history of success of doing that, which makes me think that my friend Senator Holt might be looking down the line, perhaps at something else, which is a habit of those guys in politics. That's okay. It's a credible deal, and I respect him for taking that additional burden on.
All right, you attended Thursday's town hall meeting on water policy, obviously a big issue in Oklahoma City, but also over the state. Tell us about the meeting.
It was really interesting. It was organized by Dr. Ed Shadid, the Ward 2 City Council member, and pulled together a great team of city officials of various levels and folks from the Oklahoma Water Resources Board. I found it very interesting. Bob Blackburn, the historian from Oklahoma History Center, gave a great retrospective on local level votes in Oklahoma City, putting tax burden on ourselves to create the water infrastructure, which still serves us, and talking about the possibility there might need to be more. Real good discussion about the Water for 2060, that's 2060, the Water for 2060 Act that former Speaker Chris Steele helped to shepherd through to passage. A lot of details. Lake Hefner, big discussion on the recent events involving Lake Hefner and possible oil drilling, and laying the framework for a lot of future discussion. It was a good meeting. All
right, I know you wanted to say something about the movie Selma. You wrote a review about this movie, about a key event in the career of the late civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Quick synopsis.
I highly recommend it for the performance of the two leads playing Dr. King and his wife, Coretta, for all of his support staff. And I have one major criticism, as have had other critics, and that is the portrayal of LBJ is inaccurate. It's the only way to put it bluntly. But a great movie. Other than that, if you keep that caveat in mind, you can watch it and enjoy it.
All right, well, you can read more about these and other topics at CapitolBeatOK.com. For Pat McGuigan, I'm Alex Cameron. Have a great day.